What is going on YouTube? Welcome to another March Madness game analysis review. Today we are going to be talking about those North Carolina Tar Heels versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. But most importantly, let's cut to the chase. Carolina fans, how are we feeling? Now, I want to acknowledge that I had a lot of people a lot of Carolina fans commenting on my videos. Talking about, ooh, Carolina's this, Carolina's going to beat Alabama. They're going to beat Arizona. And they're going to run it all the way. We're going all the way. I have met a bet with the guy at my job that they were going to get put out versus Alabama. No. But no, they were on my team about losing Houston. But I told him, I said, you need to worry about your own team. Alabama's dangerous. But now I have people in my mentions, had people in my videos, comment on my videos talking about, ooh, Alabama, Tar Heel this, Tar Heel that, go Heels, GT to GT, whatever you want. That stupid slogan they got. But I told you in my last video, Carolina's doomsday is coming. And it came. Just as I predicted. So, North Carolina falls to Alabama, 87-89. Alabama made their only Elite Eight appearance in 2004 under coach Mark Gottfried. Losing to UConn, Alabama, best known for the football program, of course, has never made it to the Final Four. So, Alabama had a little bit of history on their side, but all jokes aside, on a serious note, it was a great game. As a Carolina fan, I don't know how you can be mad at the result. I mean, it was a hard-fought game. I mean, back and forth. Granted, I'm gonna get to why some Carolina fans should. Only reason why they should be mad, but I don't know. As a game, Alabama was just. They made the big play when it needed to be made. They just did. I mean, Carolina didn't execute the big moment when it needed to happen. That's all it came down to. But this was a great game. Back and forth, I imagine the biggest lead was probably. There was 13 times when the game was tied, and there were 12 lead changes. I don't want to lead you wrong, but I could promise you the biggest lead. Carolina had the biggest lead by 10. And that was very early in the game. It says that was in the first quarter with 14 minutes left in the first half. So that was early on in the game where Carolina had that big lead. So the game was close the whole time. The biggest lead was 10. But what Carolina fans should be very upset about is R.J. Davis. 0 for 9 from 3? Really, R.J.? In the biggest game, when your team needs you most, you do that? R.J. Davis was 4 for 20 from the field and had 16 points, 0 for 9 from the three-point line. And he shot 8 for 9 from the free throw line. Screw the free throws. Take the free throws away. Because he got fouled in the end of the game. Basically when Alabama needed a foul in order to have a chance of coming back. But take those free throws away. He had 8 points. Shot 4 for 20 from the field. It's unacceptable. In a big game like that, your stars need to show up. RJ, did you leave your sneakers did you leave them on the bus? Because you didn't show up. Every Carolina fan is rightfully so. Should be very, very mad. They should be very, very ill towards RJ Davis. I would. Seasoned vet. Been to the national championship before. You do that? And that's that big of a game? It was bad. Bacot, I mean, 8 for 18, 19 points, 3 for 4 for the free throw line. He's going to get his boards as usual. But not bad. Harrison Ingram, 5 for 12, doing Harrison Ingram threes. Like I said, big Harrison Ingram fan. You know how I am about him. 12 points, 2 for 6 from the free throw line, from the 3-point line. Shot no free throws. Contributed on the offensive side on offensive rebounding. But Elliot Cadeau, man, he's another one. Point guard play just was non-existent in this game. Elliot Cadeau was airballing threes. He shot his first 2 threes and made them. And after that, he didn't want to shoot the ball no more. It is insane. I don't know in this day and age how you're a point guard and you cannot shoot the basketball. It makes no sense. The kid over the course of the season, he lost his confidence in his shot. He just don't have it. Teams were begging Cadeau to shoot the basketball. Just leave him left and wide open. Not here. Cadeau, shoot the ball. You can't shoot. If I was a Carolina fan, I would not be happy with what my backcourt did. That was just unacceptable. Cadeau was 3 for 9, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. Didn't contribute on the offensive side of the rebounding. Had a plus minus of minus 10. I mean, you just can't make this up. But what ultimately cost Carolina this game, granted, the guy that was for Alabama, he was going crazy. That kid Grant Nelson was going crazy on Bacot. If I'm a Carolina fan, I was not happy with how he was cooking Bacot. He was undersized, very undersized compared to Bacot, and he just got whatever he wanted in the second half against Bacot. That kid, footwork, creating his own shot, 3-point ball, everything was falling for the kid. And he came up clutch at the end of the game and won the ball game. I mean, just all around balled. He balled. But what lost Carolina game is just late game scenarios. I don't know who it was for Carolina that shot that 3 ball. I think it was Jalen Washington or Jalen Withers. I can't remember. Maybe it was Withers or Washington. I can't remember. Don't quote me. The game was almost 2 weeks ago. That was the worst shot. That 3-point ball was the worst shot. With the game on the line, you do not want 2 bench players making a shot for your team. It just can't happen. And then, when the game was on the edge, I don't know if it was tied or Carolina was down. I cannot remember. But R.J. Davis held the ball the whole possession. There was no ball rotation, no kicking it out to the best, no feed to Ingram or get Bacot the ball on the block. R.J. Davis dribbled around the court and inevitably shot a terrible shot. It wasn't even close to going in. Heck, he may have even turned the ball over if I remember. And they come back to beat, and they lost because of that. What hurt them all game came back to bite them in the end. They trusted in their star player to make a play when he didn't make a play all game. And it cost them the ball game. That is my biggest gripe with Hubert Davis. I understand you got to ride your best players. But R.J. Davis couldn't get nothing going all game offensively. Just anything. Especially from the 3-point line. 0 for 9 from 3. It's terrible. But Hubert was wanting to ride that wave. And it bit him in the butt. That's my biggest gripe with Hubert Davis. I think the biggest move that he made was taking Cadeau out and putting the white kid in. Yeah, Paxton Wakic, I guess. That's how you say his name. Came in. And he had some decent minutes. He had 15 minutes in the game. Yeah, he had more minutes. Cadeau played 13 minutes. Just at late game shenanigans, he came back to bite Carolina in the butt. And I told Carolina fans this was going to happen. You didn't want to listen to me. You thought you were playing great basketball. And I said, you're not a good basketball team. You're just not. Y'all were just riding high because you beat my team twice. What is it that you said? Bring the brooms out? Yeah. I told you it was going to happen. Cormac Ryan is streaky. He's streaky. And I think Cormac Ryan had a pretty good game, if I'm not mistaken. Cormac Ryan was 5 for 10 from the field, 17 points, 5 for 8 from 3. Cormac Ryan had a good game, shockingly. But I told you Carolina was not consistent enough. They're just not. Cormac Ryan was streaky. He either had it one game or didn't have it one game. Offensively, R.J. Davis did not have a good offensive game against Duke themselves. And I saw late in the season where he was a little inconsistent here and there. I think the only consistent player they had was Ingram. But Ingram's not, he can't create his own shot or anything. You have to get him open, give him a ball screen, and then let him create a shot off that. But he can't create a shot off the dribble. He's just not that type of guy. He's not that type of player. That's not his game. And you already know what you're going to get from Bacot. He's been there for 5 to 6 years now. It's been the same thing every year. You knew what you was going to get out of Bacot. He's going to get all the ball. He's going to board up, and he's going to get you second chance points. But at the end of the day, offensively, he's a liability. He's not going to give you anything. And even defensively, he's somewhat of a liability because he doesn't play big in big moments. He let that Grant Nelson kid cook him at the end of the game. And it's like, out. It's unacceptable. some of the angles that he was allowing to let that kid get, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. But, as I told all you Carolina fans, this day was coming. But, to the future of the program, I imagine Elliot Cadeau's coming back. R.J. Davis and Bacot is gone. Obviously, they're going to have to look. They're going to have to get some big men. I don't know exactly what their recruiting class looks like, but I know it's nothing to brag about from what I've seen. I think of the preseason polls earlier that I looked on my phone. I think they have them ranked 15th right now. Still solid, but you know, North Carolina. Let's put all the crap aside. Outside of that anomaly from last year, North Carolina's North Carolina. They're going to be relevant. They're going to be a good ball club. They're going to make the tournament. They're going to bring some noise. Hubert Davis he's going to have them boys ready next year. Whoever's going to come, because they need star power. Because now that R.J. Davis and Bacot's gone, I don't know what they do. Cormac Ryan's definitely gone too, because he's 26. So they got a massive overhaul incoming for them in the offseason. Going to be interested what they got coming up in the future, but their odds next season is not looking very good from my point of view. Maybe we'll have to wait and see later on in the season, see how when the season starts, see what they're looking like, and I'll give you my thoughts then. But right now, as North Carolina stands, I don't see them competing next year, and I don't see them competing at all next year. They got two of their stars is leaving, and they're going to be riding with freshmen next year, so I don't see a scenario where North Carolina's competing next year. But they might surprise me. We are talking about North Carolina, Blue Bloods. You know, Hubert Davis is going to have them. I think he's going to find some talent. He's going to have them boys ready. But, like I said, Carolina fans, you didn't want to listen to me. I'm sorry it came to this. I warned you beforehand, and I told you it was coming. But you didn't want to listen. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more. Tap that notification bell on so you'll know when all my videos go live. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, and positivity always, baby. See you.